Still learning this technology. All right, how's everybody doing today? Doing
Great.
good? Thumbs up. Looking good. We got a nice crowd. Happy to have you all with us. Um, Jessica and I really are enjoying doing these meetings. They're a lot of fun. What's great about doing these marketing meetings is Jessica and I are both learning uh, a little bit more about the elements that go into marketing for art and art photography, and to be specific. And as we're educating ourselves, it's helping the platform get stronger, and it's helping all of you get stronger. So we really do enjoy bringing these little marketing cafes over to you, whenever we can, once a month, actually, right now. So that's a cool thing. So what I want to do is jump into this meeting, which we advertise as being a 5 steps to getting your marketing set up for your art photography. And what we've put together is a bit of a strategy. Once again, I do listen to lots of podcasts on marketing, on art marketing, all different industry types of marketing. I look at trends that's going on in the marketplace. And I put together this strategy, also working off of some really amazing marketing companies that do marketing for a living. So I think I've said the word marketing enough. I think you all get the idea that marketing is essential to art sales. Without that, it's great to have the platform that we've put together for you. But if you're not putting a little effort behind that platform and trying to bring your art buyers, your audience over to that platform, uh, then the rest comes down to us. So now, just looking at this whole marketing setup that I have here, when Jessica and I look at art marketing, we're looking at art marketing for the entire platform, right? We have a larger audience because we have 80 some odd photographers, 85 photographers working through the platform. So we're looking out at bringing in an audience that's a larger audience, more of a corporate clientele audience. For each of you, your clientele might be something a little bit smaller. So I want you to just keep that in mind as we go through this, and I'll try to keep it in mind as well as I target you down into what would probably be a good strategy for you. So let's talk about it really could be a 3 to 5 year marketing plan, but I don't want to put any fear in any of you with saying, oh my goodness, I need to be thinking that far ahead. This could be a 3 to 5 month marketing plan, and it would work just as well. So let's talk about how we're going to get started. So step one is going to be you having to do a quick analysis of your marketing plan that you may have already. So before you get started with any marketing plan, you have to know what your current situation is. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What opportunities are out there for you? And what threats are in your field of view with your marketing strategy? So we label that as SWOT, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Um, we've talked about SWOT in the past and one of the meetings we've had in the past, but just want to drill down when you're starting your analysis of your marketing setup on how you go about. Take 5 or 10 minutes and really ask yourselves, what are my strengths in marketing? What are my weaknesses? What are my opportunities? And what threats do I have before me? All right. So you should also have an understanding of the current art market and what the current art trends are. And I think you guys that have been joining us in these marketing Zoom meetings are starting to get a feel for what the trends are, because we try to report that not just through these Zoom meetings, but also through some emails that go out to you directly, and also with some of the online stuff that we do with you. So understanding your art market, understanding your art trends, that's a very big part of step one as well. So now ask yourself this question: what can you offer that would give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace? Think about your art, think about what sets you apart. Okay, for us at Photo Art Pavilion, one of the things that we do is we offer in-home and virtual art consultations. So that's a way of us reaching out to customers that are shopping on the platform and might have questions of us. We'll say, listen, if we could meet you in your home and help you make that buy, we'll be happy to do that. Or we could do that virtually, like we're doing here in Zoom. So see what type of competitive advantage you can put in front of yourself, which would then put yourself in front of your customers that way. So when you start to answer questions like this about yourself and your understanding of the marketplace, this should help you figure out what your customers want and other things that they might need. So just kind of spend a few minutes before you jump into going and spending money on ads. Get a feel for your SWOT, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and any threats, and understand that market around you and get yourself a competitive edge. Okay, so let's go to step two. Step two is to define your target audience. So once you have a better understanding of the art market and your situation as an artist within it, make sure you know who your target audience is. So I mentioned this in the beginning of the meeting. For us at Photo Art Pavilion, our job is to reach a larger market. Interior design societies, we go after hospitals, we go after the larger corporate clients because we have a large portfolio. We have 85 photographers right now on the platform, so we have a large portfolio to share with a big corporate client. You may not have that. You may not have 2,000 images that you can go and sit with a client to sort through. So think about what you have in your portfolio and understanding that art market around you, and then look at what your target audience might be. Maybe in your hometown, it might be restaurants. Maybe you start targeting restaurants exclusively for a 3 to 6 month period. Maybe you start targeting doctors' offices for a 3 to 6 month period. So what I'm saying to you is define that target audience once you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then come down and pick an audience and stay on it for a length of time. Once you get yourself a little bit ingrained in that target audience, then you can move on to the next target audience. So today we're working on doctors' offices for the next 6 months. And then once we get ourselves a little established in that target audience, we can then move on to restaurants. Okay, so I think you get the idea. So knowing your art buyers are important. You should also have some demographic information about your location that you're targeting, the age groups that you're targeting, the gender, and also incomes. So there's a lot that goes behind that. Getting us down, or you down, to defining or finding your target audience. I think you just have to kind of go through some Googling on your own, in your own marketplace, and get a feel for what the demographics are for folks in your neighborhood, in your target area. You know, we, Photo Art Pavilion, we're based on Long Island. Myself, as an art photographer, I'm based on Long Island. My target audience, I know where the bulk of my portfolio, my imagery comes from, is South Shore, Long Island, Eastern Long Island. That will be my target. I have artwork in my portfolio that speaks to those locations. And so I can now go out and say, that's my target audience. So when I have that, I can Google what's the average income for South Shore of Long Island, Eastern Long Island. I can start to drill down into what the demographics are in my target audience. And then when I start to do my marketing, I could speak to them in a really targeted approach that they will understand and most likely respond to. So have that information written out. It'll help you define what your goals are. And so that brings me to step number 3, which are your SMART goals. Okay, your SMART goals. You can't go somewhere unless you have a roadmap, right? We've talked about this before in the past. So let's apply this advice metaphorically to marketing. You can't improve your return on investment. And I want you to always remember that time is part of your cost. Okay, it's one thing to spend $1 or $50 or $100 on an ad, but also your time investment is part of that return on investment, that cost that you have. So you have to know your goals. You can't improve your ROI unless you know what your goals are. After you figure out what your goals are and your current situation is, and you know who your audience is that you're targeting, now you can begin to define your SMART goals. So your SMART goals are this. It's another acronym. It's SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time specific. This means that all of your goals as it relates to marketing should be specific and include a time frame for which you want to complete it. In other words, have an end date. I would like to have, as an example, increase my Instagram followers by 15% in 3 months. I would like to have one art sale per month. Whatever your goal is, put that into your specific goal, make it measurable, make it attainable. Don't say, I'm looking to have 100 sales this month. Is that something that's normal for you? Different story. But if it's not, let's look at what's attainable for you. So before you start any tactic, any marketing layout or plan, you should write out these goals, write out your specific goals, make them measurable so that you could say, I'm here today, know what your audience is now. I have 5 people in my direct email list. I have 100 followers on Instagram. I have 200 followers on Facebook. And then set your chart going forward of where you want to be in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and beyond. So keep that tracking going, because if you watch what you're tracking as far as those measurable items in your goals, you'll know if you're successful at what you're doing or not. And if you're not, then go back to step one and kind of replant those seeds of success for your marketing setup. Okay, so make sure that you have those analytical numbers set up before you start, so this way you can watch yourself, come through with some successes. So let's come on to step number 4: analyzing your tactics. So at this point, you've written down your goals. Um, you based everything off of your target audience in your current situation. Your current situation might be a small budget, or your target audience may have shifted from I'm not having any success getting into hospitals, so I'm going to shift my target audience to local restaurants. Okay, so at this point, you've written all those goals down and you're ready to go. Now you have to figure out what tactics will you achieve with your goals. What tactics will help you achieve your goals? Will it be Instagram posts? Will it be direct email? Will it be paying for ads on Facebook? Will it be making phone calls? Will it be having printed leave behind cards where you can walk up and down the main street of your town and drop a card into the proprietor's place of business? So for example, if your goal is to increase your Instagram followers by 15% in 3 months, your tactics might be doing a giveaway or responding to every comment. I saw this on LinkedIn the other day. It was really interesting. A photographer that may be a member of Photo Art Pavilion, or certainly I've had a bunch of conversations. So she comes up in my feed a lot on on my LinkedIn page. So she posted a really nice image with a comment, and every time she received a like on that image, she went into the comments and she posted some response back to that person individually. And in her feed, she ended up having like 49 comments, but they were all her comments. But the post itself looked that much more dynamic from a glance, at first glance, which allowed me and others to say, wow, look at all these folks like this image. I better, let me put a like there too. So I think those are good little tactics to kind of keep you moving in a direction where you're helping to achieve your goals by responding to those comments. Maybe you want to post 3 times a week on Instagram, like whatever those little tactics are that you're going to go after, make sure you do it with some consistency. Okay. So once you know your goals, brainstorming your tactics to achieve goals should be easy. You can always brainstorm with us, Jessica and I. We're available via email, as you guys know. also available through messengers with Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So if you're running into say a little bit of a brick wall on some of these things that you want to do, please reach out to us. Let us brainstorm with us. Let us help you move your art, move buyers to your art, move eyeballs to your art. Okay. All right, let's talk about setting up a budget. This is step number 5. So we're rocking and rolling right through this, which is awesome. So before you can begin implementing any of your ideas that you've come up with in step 1, 2, 3, and 4, you have to know what your budget is. And always remember that time is money. Time is money. So it costs money for you to be sitting in front of your computer taking care of marketing business, okay? Or you may hire a marketer. That's a cost. So know your budget, all right? Your tactics might include social media advertising. However, if you don't have a budget for that, then you might not be able to achieve your goals. So maybe try buying or building a direct email list to target your audience. That's free. Okay, you can, again, if you're walking up and down the streets of your town and you're going after restaurants, step in, grab a business card, take that person's information, open up your email list, stick their information in there, and then once a week or once a month or however your plan is for marketing, they're going to receive a touch from you, okay, and a little bit of information from you. So building that direct email audience is so targeted, and there's a lot of success that's behind that. So think about that as part of your tactics, okay? You don't always have to go out and buy an ad on Instagram or on Facebook or on any other platform. So now you're writing out your tactics. Be sure to note your estimated budget, even if your budget is as low as $5 a month. I'm just, throwing it out there. Don't think that $5 is too cheap, because on Facebook you can do a boost on any of your ads, any of your posts. So let's say you have a post that's getting a lot of traction and people are really responding to a post of a new image that you just crafted of a beautiful flower, let's say, and you're getting a lot of traction from the regular folks in your audience that already see your artwork regularly. If you hit a boost on that for $5, you're going to expand your audience. Now, one of the things that a lot of people don't know, that in Facebook, if someone responds to your post and they're not quote unquote your friend or following you, you see that information, and that you can then go and invite them to be to follow your business page or to follow you as an artist. So keep your eyes open as to what those little freebies are available that Instagram is going to report back to you, or Facebook will report back to you, or some of your other platforms that you might be working on. So just keep in mind, $5 could go a long way, but some of your own time and effort is also included in this plan. So remember that your time is money. So if you're going to budget for your marketing plan, make sure you include time as your budget. So just a reminder, we're looking at a 3 to 5 year plan. This could be extended to a 3 to 5 year plan, but this could also be something as simple as a 3 to 5 month plan. So if you want to, this first 3 to 5 months or 3 to 6 months, be focused on restaurants, then go at it and do it with a nice plan in front of you, having those SWOT and the SMART, utilizing those tools to kind of get you over the hump and keep you moving in a forward direction. Make sure you have goals for your audience size. Today I have 150 people in my Instagram account. By the end of 6 months, I'd like to have 500, whatever those goals are. Have goals for your ads and your social media frequency, post frequency. So again, if you're posting on social media, are you doing that daily? Are you doing that once a week? Are you doing it 3 times a week, once a month? Whatever your goal is, whatever you feel that you can provide into your marketing plan, make sure you stick to that, okay? Because your audience is going to, they're going to look for it. They're going to look for where's your post? Where's the latest from Joanne, okay? Also, get your goals set for growing your direct email marketing list. Just like I mentioned a few minutes ago, if you're targeting restaurants in your neighborhood, make sure you pop in, grab a business card. If you can grab the card of the owner, terrific. If you can have a conversation with the owner, even more terrific. But then get them into your direct email campaign. So those things are really very affordable to do, and budget your time and set your goals for sales. So I think with that, those 5 things, I'm just going to reiterate the 5 things. So make sure you do step 1, conduct a quick analysis of what you're currently doing for your marketing. Okay, that's SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. 2, define your target audience. That's entirely up to you. Write your SMART goals. Step 3, write your SMART goals. Okay, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time. And then 4, step 4, analyze your tactics. How are you going to go after your target audience? And then number 5, setting your budget. And remember to include time as part of your budget. So that's my little ideas for you to get moving forward in like I said, a 1 to 5, 6 month marketing plan. You can easily take that plan and stretch it out into a 3 to 5 year plan if you wanted to. And I firmly believe, I mean, Jessica and I have been working Photo Art Pavilion for a good long while now, with Long Island Photo Gallery as our immediate backdrop, which propelled us to Photo Art Pavilion. We didn't get there overnight. We have to put a lot of time and effort, and that 5-year plan, which we broke it down into 5 months, was like, okay, what do we want to accomplish in the first half of the year? What do we want to accomplish in the second half of the year? And once those goals are on the board in front of you, in your view, you have to have them in your view. I have lots of goals written down. I have things underneath my pad at my desk that I can visually see every day. My goal for X, my goal for this. I see those every day. When you look at them, they become part of your subconscious, if you will, and that actually starts to bring things into fruition. So be mindful of not just setting the goals out and scratching it on a legal pad and then walking away from it, but post it up in your office somewhere. Post it up on your computer. Have a sticky note on your bathroom mirror if that gets you going. But don't abandon your goals just because you're not having immediate success. Everything that you're going to do with your art photography is going to be over a period of time. That's why I talk about time as being an important thing to always keep in mind. You have to know it takes you, think about just going out and photographing and building your portfolio. It takes you time to decide on what location you want to go to, how long do you want to spend at that location, what time of day. Then you have images in your camera, you're coming back to your computer system, you're doing editing work, you're uploading to the website. You did all of that and then you stopped marketing.
Joanne, this is great. So I'm sorry to jump in, but I'm just so excited. So, as art photographers, we are drawn to that passion of getting out and experiencing those moments and capturing those moments with our lens and camera. And, here, just like you were just saying, you take the time to put it onto a platform where people are able to see, be able to buy, but then it is a business. Like, you guys have this calling to share your art, and, it doesn't always come easy. I don't, even like the top guys, it took them a long time and a lot of money to go into it to get to where they are and in that brand that they created. So everyone starts in the same ballpark, if you will. I don't know. And, so now you have this calling, you have this drive. So we're giving you all these abilities and tools and tricks to be able to go and do what it is that you're seeking for your art, for your passion. So just like Joanne was saying, you get to the point where you're getting your artwork onto the site, it's uploaded, it's ready for sale. You're doing a couple posts here and there, but then it just kind of falls flat. That's what happens. It's not the same reward as us artists going out into the field. So it's a little bit harder, it's a little bit trickier, but at the same point, it's well worth it if you stick to a marketing plan. And Joanne, I think these topics were fantastic, you know, and
Thanks.
how to keep everyone, or even myself, because hey, I'm a photographer. I spend all my time marketing for the collective market, but I never spend the time I should for myself. But I'll get there. Anyway, it's just like you know, it's just so much more rewarding for us to be able to be in the field. And this is a little bit harder, a little bit trickier, and we get it. But you know, we're always trying to share tips and tricks along the way that we pick up that are useful. Just like Joanne was saying with boosting a post, Facebook and Instagram are constantly changing their algorithms, and it almost feels like that nobody's seeing your stuff. And perhaps that is happening, and that's why when you spend a couple of bucks, you know, maybe $5, $10 on a post that's actually doing a little bit, you get a little bit traction, maybe you get like a few likes, maybe a couple comments, you see that it triggers something. So those are the posts that you look for that are working a little bit better than the others, and then you do maybe a $5, maybe a $10 boost just to see what happens. You can, I think with the boosts through Facebook, you can have it where it's either a public boost or maybe to anyone who is within your network. So there's options. You can really hone them down. If you are looking to invest and do a couple of ads, you know, in your regional area, office managers. Those are, you know, if you're able to tag for
Yeah.
a job description, office managers. So that's always a great connection to have. But yeah, it does take time. It is hard, but it is well worth the reward when you start getting that momentum that you're looking for. So by the way, we forgot to say that if you have questions, put them in the chat below. There's a little chat box. You can definitely send in any questions that you would like to have, but we'll also do a quick convo for the Q&A section. But yeah, it's exciting to be artists this day and age. I mean, we have so many tools, so many abilities to appear larger than what we are, you know, as small businesses everywhere, you know. It's a game changer out there. So it's just a matter of really defining your goals, staying
Yeah.
to what you're doing, and start scheduling posts, you know, make it easier for you. You know, obtain those email addresses, friends, the 3 F's. So family, friends, and fans. Find those people that love your work, that are looking to help you out. You just never know. You could even put, you know, email a couple of your friends. Hey, do you know anyone in this area, or you know, anyone in this kind of job position? You never know what kind of contacts you have until you start asking the questions. So
That's great information. That's really
yeah.
great information, Jess. No, you
Yeah.
really, no, you know, I took a lot, I put a lot of technical information out there. Now, Jessica, who is our marketing manager with Photo Art Pavilion, she lives marketing every day, every day. And she's out there marketing for the collective, for the entire platform. And we are definitely getting some good traction there on that platform. And we're getting the bigger clientele, the hospitals, the bigger corporate offices, because we have a portfolio that reaches you know, 85 plus photographers and all of their artwork. So go back and think about what you have to offer. We, Jessica and I, and Photo Art Pavilion as a company, what we have to offer is this big, broad portfolio. Okay, so we've got a lot that we can play with. Your portfolio is not going to be that large. So think about your target audience and how you can get them excited about what you have in your portfolio.
The
Spend
other,
5 minutes. Well, give me 1 second. Spend
yeah,
5 minutes, go to your Photo Art Pavilion page and start looking at what you have there. Look at your collections. Look at and try to define your art. And then once that is defined, that's also part of bringing your target audience into your scope, into your view. Okay, so yeah, I might have a lot of beachy photography. My target audience is going to be very different than someone who has a ton of architectural art photography. So think about that. All right, go
the
ahead,
other
Jess.
thing I was going to say, sorry, the other thing I was going to say is that, you know, don't be defeated if you don't have the amount of likes that you think you should have. It's not about that. or followers even. If you're running a boost or you're creating an ad, it's just a matter of that boost, that ad, that post, whatever, gets in front of the right eyeballs. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to like your page or your account or give you the comments that you're seeking. They may be taking a note and taking it on more of a, notepad and pen kind of way, getting your information. And then all of a sudden you're in front of somebody who potentially could use your art in their space. We've gotten many leads in this way. You never know who's viewing those posts and how you may help solve a problem for them.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you just got to keep doing what you're doing and, making that effort, even though it may feel like you're just talking and it's just crickets out there. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it is okay.
It's like
It's
that for
definitely
everyone.
okay. All right,
Yeah.
I see
So
Sharon
you just
has
keep that
a, Sharon has a question in
Oh,
the
sure.
chat room. Jess, I think I'd like to have you address this one. I'll read it. It says,
Sure.
can you add additional hashtags to a Facebook post different than what you tagged in your immediate network?
So a boost. So if you're doing a boost, then
Yeah,
the
I'm sorry. I meant
post.
to say boot. Yeah, in a boost. Yeah.
Okay, when you do a boost, you're just basically taking that post that you created. So it's going to be an image, it's going to be your language. And you're then saying to Facebook, I want to spend XYZ to get in front of many people as I can. So no, you can't add anything extra. However, before you go to do that boost, you can hit the three dots to the right side
Right.
of
Right.
that post and you can edit the language there and then do your boost. So yes, no,
Okay.
sort of.
Mhm.
No, that's
Got
great.
it.
That's great. I knew she'd have the answer.
Anyone else have any questions or anything you want to chat about quick?
All
No?
right, we got a quiet group today.
It's
That's
okay.
all right.
Can
It's a
I
lot
can
of
I
info.
ask one more thing about the boost since we're on
Sure.
that subject? It's really quick. So when you do a boost, it goes to a public audience beyond your immediate network of so-called actual friends who you have in your network on Facebook.
I think
Does
it
it?
depends on the options. So when you go to do a boost, I believe you have the option to choose the kind of audience you're looking for. So yeah, so it's either going to be, the people that already follow you, which, it's fine. Or you can
Mhm.
go ahead and create your own location or details, who you want that boost to go to. So you do have options. It's almost like setting up an ad. It's just you have a little bit less options available, but that is part of what you're able to choose is, who's going to see it. But good question.
Great question. Great answer. Yeah, excellent. All right, so I think
Oh.
we're going to wrap it up.
We have another one?
Up.
Marissa?
Yeah, I have a question. This is regarding the website.
Mhm.
Are they working on, whoever it is that's doing it, a better way that people can scroll through your collections? Because, you see the gallery view. And then if you want to enlarge the photo, you enlarge it. It really doesn't enlarge. It takes you to, your options of whether you want to print canvas or whatever. And you can't just, arrow through many of the photos. You have to open and close, open and close. As far as being user-friendly, not so much. So is there any thought of changing any of that?
They're working on it.
Yes.
They're definitely working on it.
Okay.
It's not an easy coding development. Our dev team has that and a few other things on the wish list that's been coming up over
Okay,
and over
good.
again in these meetings. But yeah, I want that too, Marissa, believe me,
Okay.
because if someone jumps on, let's say my florals, I want them to go next on my
Right,
florals.
right. It's really inconvenient.
Yep, I agree
Also,
with you. We're working on it.
We're on it.
question two.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you,
What's up?
have you seen, like, your vendors? Do you know the work of your vendors?
Yes,
Yeah.
meaning,
Meaning those that do your canvas prints?
yes.
All right. I'm gonna have to talk to you then privately.
Okay,
before I,
that's fine.
all right, yeah, because, yeah, okay. I was just
That's fine.
wondering if you saw their work.
Yeah, we definitely, I've used, again, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
I know you had a sale with a couple canvases.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think one was, not cropped properly.
That's one of the issues.
Yeah, so one of the things, all of you should be mindful of is when you choose your aspect ratio in the, when you're uploading your image, make sure your aspect ratios are correct. So if it is an 8:12 and not an 8:10,
What was that?
make sure your aspect ratios are correct. If
Meaning
it's
what?
8:12, if
Yeah.
your aspect ratio is a 2:3 versus a 1:125.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't the issue. It was, yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I did have that problem with a recent sale where the aspect ratio that was on the website was not correct. And I had to go back to the photographer and ask them to correct that so that the pricing could be corrected, because that changes in the pricing mode too, because different aspect ratios, the cost of production changes on our end and also on the artist payout.
Yeah.
So just be very mindful when you're uploading your work that you have your aspect ratios selected properly. And yes, Marissa, please contact me. Be happy to talk to you about the canvases that were delivered to your client.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharon, the progress on analytics on your image views. We do. I guess I have to just kind of figure out how to get this automated over to you, each of you. We have some photographers that are actually working with website development people that are adding Google tags directly to their pages. Jess, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's to their storefront. So they're going to be running their own ad campaign, and they want Google to track the amount of click-throughs. So we're
Okay.
able to implement the Google tagging code snippet to their actual storefront. And then that gives them the data that they're seeking. As far as based per image, no, if anything, we were looking for the overall store for each artist. But we'll be able to get more information out once our development team's able to get all of that set up.
Yeah. Again,
That'll be a
are
whole
things
meeting.
when you're dealing with a database driven website and many different storefronts. So we have a lot of moving parts that are very collective, and then also a lot that's very individualized. So certain things have to be done to satisfy the collective, and then other things have to be done to satisfy individuals. So we put all of that stuff into wish lists. They go out to our dev team, and they're working on all of it. It just takes a bit of time because it's a very complex website. Took 2 years to develop it, and now we're going back to them with tweaks and changes and desires and all that good stuff. So
And it's great. It shows that we're growing. It shows that we're evolving, and change is fun. It just keeps improving a system that was already pretty cool to begin with. So I'm happy to hear all the different feedback. So it's good. It's very good.
Yep, very good. Kelly, I do see your note there, and yes, please email me. I'm going to send you my email, and we'll schedule some time to chat. Okay, very good. I think we're going to cut off. We're at 40 minutes. Try to keep these short so that when people who can't make the meetings can watch them and not, fall asleep on us. So we'll catch up with you guys next month. And please, if you have any questions or concerns or desires or whatever, shoot us emails, and we'll be happy to respond. Okay.
Our email is hello@photoartpavilion.com.
Oh yeah, let me
Very
throw
simple.
that in the chat to everyone. Oop, typo. Okay, there we go.
Excellent. And I
All
hope
right,
everyone
awesome.
has a great
Love to have you
day.
with
Get
us,
out there,
and really
shoot.
appreciate you taking the time.
Have a good one. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.